Good afternoon, guys. In today's video, I want to discuss a company called Lootrush. If people are asking who are Lootrush, they are an American company based in California. They're actually already involved in rentals on NFT platforms such as Axie, and incidentally, they're the biggest rental company on that game. They also secured $12 million in seed funding in May 2022, and they are now expanding into other NFT platform games such as Sorare. Now, I urge anyone who is watching this video to do your own background checks on Lootrush, and I'm positive you will be as enthused as I am once you've done your homework, because the companies who are investing into Lootrush, they're huge players, especially in the US. Now, prior to recording this video, I wanted more information on Lootrush, so I was fortunate to have the opportunity to speak to the CEO of Lootrush to try and find out information, like I said, to put on this video. So ultimately, Lootrush's aim is to make NFT platform games such as Sorare more affordable to either new users or users of Sorare who are playing on a modest budget. And that will be achieved through the rental market, so players have not got to actually go and fund and buy their players themselves. Now, in my opinion, this is an absolute game changer. This could be absolutely huge potential because, like I repeat, Sorare, certain players, etc., are very, very expensive, and they are out of the price range of a lot of players that I know. So I will walk through now the actual steps of opening an account. The website address is sorare.lootrush.com. I will put a link in the description below, and that will take you to this landing page. Now, as you will see, Lootrush at this moment in time are offering any user 7-day free trial. So this will give an opportunity to everyone to see if this is a platform for them and whether they like the rental aspect of it, etc. So first things first, you would hit start now, and you simply sign up through this process, your name, etc., address. You will also need to provide a photo ID of either a passport or a driving license. Lootrush, once they've received your details, they'll do certain checks. Not everyone will be accepted. However, from what I've been told, the majority of applicants will be accepted. So once your 7-day trial, 7-day free trial, should I add, is up and running, you are eligible to rent a card or cards of up to $100 free of charge. After those 7 days have expired, if you want to continue, there is a $5 monthly subscription, which will allow you to continue renting cards or card of up to $100. In my opinion, that is fantastic value. Please bear in mind, Lootrush has started out on Sorare recently, so their website will get updated from time to time, and changes, updates, etc. will happen. So as of today, you can actually see on their site the players' cards that they have available to rent. If there's none that you would like on their list, you can actually request another NFT, another player, and you simply fill out your request with your email, the player name you want, and the scarcity of the card. Once you've done that and Lootrush gets receipt of that, they will send you the card within 24 hours. Once in receipt of that player, you have 7 days for your 7-day free trial. Like I said, if you're happy to continue, you can pay the $5 per month subscription, or you can simply return that card back to Lootrush, who have a Sorare account, and you send it back to Lootrush Sorare on Sorare's website on their account. It's very simple, so there should be no issues whatsoever. I just want to be clear and upfront with you. I have subscribed to Lootrush because for me, I can see massive advantages for me doing this purely because I simply haven't got the money to be buying players left, right, and centre on Sorare due to the cost. This way makes it far more achievable to get certain players that I want. The biggest example I would use here is a limited goalkeeper. I always have major concerns with buying a goalkeeper purely because if I spend $100 on a limited goalkeeper, I'm concerned when he either gets injured or secondly he gets dropped. I haven't got $100 to go out and buy another replacement, and I'm pretty sure a lot of users are in the same boat as I. And that's why for me, the rentals, it minimizes certain risks that you do when you buy players. Another example why I would use this service for this upcoming game week on the weekend, I've got my lineup ready to go. If I look at team news today and I've got a player injured, I simply haven't got the money to go and buy a $100 player, for example. This is where I would use Lootrush again. I would rent a player and hopefully win a reward that would cover my subscription cost. And I'm pretty convinced that would happen. Now, again, while speaking to the CEO, I've asked him about the $100 limit. There are plans in place to increase it, but that will obviously come later down the line when the trust element has been built up between Lootrush and the user. And from what I've been told, that will be increased in time. So don't think that this is going to be $100 at all forever, because that's not going to be the case. So my thoughts behind this, the more I use the service, that increases, and then you can start looking at rare cards, threshold teams, etc. I just want to clarify something as well. Once you've had your 7-day free trial, if you're happy to go along and pay the $5 subscription, you are eligible without any other cost to rent any player or players up to the value of $100. So putting it in simplistic terms, $100 player would cost you 5% up to 30 days for rental. Again, I think that is outstanding value, and I'm sure this will be very attractive to users who are playing Sorare on a modest budget. I know in the past I've tried to get my mates to sign up. I'm sure many of you have too. A lot of my mates have looked at it and said, look, can't afford to do this. It's too expensive. I can't afford to buy a team. I'm pretty convinced if I showed my mates now this rental market, I could get 5 or 6 mates easily to sign up with a $5 thing. They could get a cheap limited team, and who knows, if they get lucky, they could win far more than what they're paying out in $5 per month in rental for a subscription. I keep saying it, but for me, this is outstanding value, and I believe this will benefit everyone in the long term, because I can see huge numbers joining up to Sorare now because there is an affordable way of getting on and getting teams together. Even if you have to buy 1 or 2 players for a few dollars here and there, I just think this is class, if I'm being perfectly honest. So what I'm going to plan to do, I am going to start renting as soon as I possibly can. I'm going to produce content on what I've done with certain players I've rented, and I'm hoping that I can show you what I've achieved by renting and hopefully win rewards, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. And just quickly, this would be very appealing to the underdog league for the limited team, because obviously players have got to have scored under a certain amount, so they're going to be a lot less. So arguably you could get a team together for $100 or less. So that's all from me today. I'll start producing content more on this, like I said, but for the time being, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you very soon.